bateman kept a cheap shop, and his daughter Peggy Sue, she cleaned the fish and took the orders. She chopped the tatties too. And the friar there was Billy Smith. He sweated and he sang as the orders sizzled in the oil and bubbled in the pan. The old bateman took the money, and his daughter Peggy Sue, she'd look up from her labours and she'd smile along the queue. Oh, and was it bateman's prices, or was it Billy's song, or was it Peggy's smile that kept the queue so long? But it was one in a million, one in a million, that chippy was one in a million. It wasn't bateman's prices, nor it wasn't Billy's song, but it was Peggy Bateman that kept the queue so long. She was shapely as a mermaid, and her lips were red and wet, her eyes as bright as herrings flashing in the net. And to carry home a portion and unwrap its fishy charms was to dream of nights of passion in lovely Peggy's arms. Oh, when Billy'd sing Delilah, he'd sing, oh, what a night. And every song that Billy sang had Peggy in its sights, 'cause she was one in a million. She was one in a million, that girl was one in a million. Now Billy's loved Peggy with a love bolt shining true, since first old bateman took him on the day that he left school. And he tells her how he loves her in every song he sings. But as the batter bubbles, oh, he never says a thing. But every week a fiver into a drawer he drops, every week for 8 long years now. Then it's off to the jeweller's shop. Give me that ring there in the window on the purple velvet stand, with diamonds and with sapphires, the one that costs $2,000. It was one in a million, one in a million, that ring was one in a million. After closing time that evening, he walks her down beside the quay. Oh, and as the sun was sinking, says, Peggy, marry me. And he pulls it from his pocket, he says, I bought this ring for you. She said, Billy, this is sudden, oh, I never had a clue. She said, Billy, I hardly know you, so stop before you start. Never fool around with plastic in matters of the heart. You try to win me with this thing here, you probably won in some arcade. She tore it from his fingers, she flung it in the waves. It was one in a million, one in a million. His love for her was one in a million. Billy turned away then, she took him by the arm. She said, Billy, love, I'm sorry, I never meant no harm. Oh, you're kindly and you're comforting, and I love it when you sing. But in all the years I've known you, you never said a thing. But I've got a dream that's solid gold, none of your gilded tin. £5 a week on the lottery, one day soon I'll win. Oh, and I'll be shot of this old town, and greasy fish and chips. She kissed him once and walked away. His tears were on her lips. Dream on, Peggy Bateman, dream on, Peggy Sue, of sunsets and of sports cars as you smile along the queue. Dream days to months and months to years in reveries of luck, but never for dreaming did her numbers once come up. So as she was cleaning fish one day, with a slit from tail to jaw, something slithered through her fingers and fell onto the floor. She took it over to the sink then, and she washed the shining thing. Bright diamonds and bright sapphires set in a golden ring. It was one in a million, one in a million. The chances were one in a million. Oh, Billy, love, your ring's come back, and underneath this light I can see it's made of pure as gold. The stones are shining bright. Oh, and Billy stood beside her with a smile like the sun. He put it on a finger, he said, Peggy Sue, you've won. Sell the ring and taste the freedom you dreamt of all these years. He kissed her then, and as they kissed, they could taste each other's tears. Billy, go back to your frying and sing me Love is Blue. You're kindly and you're comforting, I'd rather stay with you. It was one in a million, one in a million. When the chips were down, it was one in a million.